Mm-hmm. What makes England England to you? What makes England England? How are you different from other places? Just a sense of dread, or
Well,
Just depressed all the time.
like you've got like the cloudy skies and the dreary atmosphere. How did you guys not invent grunge like 1,000 years ago? why wasn't there like a Kurt Cobain like 500 years ago? I guess Shakespeare. I wasn't allowed to say that.
Shakespeare, what are you talking about?
But sorry, that was a quick aside. What makes England England? In your opinion?
I think we've got a lot of history, and we've got a lot of history with other countries as well. So we've got like a really interesting backstory, and one of the longest ones. But what makes England England?
Just in your
the great
your
food.
first your first thought, even if it's stupid. Okay, perfect. The weather.
Yeah.
So the weather is something that kind of can unite people from all walks of life. The postman walks up to a banker and he's like, "Man, it's rainy again."
Well, except
Wow.
it's hotter down south. It rains a lot more up north. That's another one of the.
It's not that much hotter though. It's not like significantly hotter. It's like
but
3 degrees.
For
difference.
us, it's hotter.
Geographically, you guys are in a, obviously.
I love British weather compared to where we are right now. I hate this weather. I'm melting right now.
So it's. But there's all that water. It's got to be a little humid.
It doesn't rain every day.
I mean, humidity.
It does where I
It's
live.
not humid at all.
You can feel the breeze from
Yeah.
the sea
We're an
breeze.
island.
I mean,
We're an
right,
island.
right.
We're not humid at all. We
Right.
have no mosquitoes.
Yeah, none.
I've never before I came to China, I was not aware of mosquitoes being this kind of a nuisance.
Speaking of islands, England gave the world so much. Why Australia? Why did you have to do that to the world? That requires no response. Next question. In England, do not what? What if I went to England tomorrow, what should I not do? Like something that would be considered out of pocket.
But something that you would normally do, but you shouldn't normally.
Maybe not normally, but just a no-no, a cultural no-no.
Okay.
For example, in America, you should not tip.
Should tip.
Sorry, I'm trying to confuse you now. Double negatives. So what should you not do?
Not.
Not do.
Or just not do?
Just not.
Or
So what
should
should
do.
you?
Like, should I... Wait, if I go to a party, should I, like, walk up to a random guy and be like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?"
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
What if I'm in a bathroom? Like, "Hey, I like your shoes. I like your shoes, man."
No, I think you'd still be fine.
Still be fine?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be like, "What you on about, mate?"
No.
What are you on about, mate? You fucking want some?
I feel like if I went to England tomorrow, I'd hear "what you on about" at least 5 times the first day. Like, I ordered my bagel sandwich 5 minutes
Bagel
ago.
sandwich? You wouldn't order bagel
No,
sandwich.
yeah,
So that's the first thing
Yeah,
to
don't
not
do that.
No bagels. What's
Okay. Do you know what egg whites are? So, okay.
Don't speak badly about David Attenborough.
Yes,
Who would ever do that?
that's also a true point. Like,
No, but just gotta put it, just in case.
Like, I got a bone to pick with, this guy that wants to save the world.
don't get me started on David Attenborough.
Right? Thanks for all the, nature stuff that's super informative.
Being a lovely old man for all your life. I've got a funny story about bathrooms and talking to people.
Oh, go on.
When I was in university, Michael Jackson died, and some guy found out for the first time Michael Jackson died because as he was peeing and I was stood next to him peeing, I told him, "Hey, Michael Jackson died." He just looked at me like, "Shut up." We're both holding our dicks at this point. And he's like,
How
"No,
appropriate."
No, really. No, really. He just died. Someone just called me and told me. He's like, "No." And then I just left. And then I just heard the same guy, like, from the corner of the pub he was in.
It was word of mouth.
Just like, what? It was that's my funniest.
But you
bathroom
didn't
story.
get punched.
No, I made sure he was holding his dick first because
That's
he needed to be busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made sure he was busy before
But
you.
I find a bigger sense of joy knowing that guy will never think about the death of Michael Jackson without thinking about where he was when he learned that he died.
Okay.
Because
That
lots of
makes
people will
sense.
say, like, where were you when you found out? And that's where he was.
It didn't. Yeah, I don't
was in
remember. It didn't
my
hit me
last
that
year of
much.
school when you were in university. I was at Emily Talau's 16th birthday party.
16th birthday
That's
party.
crazy.
At a party.
Yeah.
You found out in the
That's
party.
crazy.
Yeah, in a like this club for underage people called Dr. Smith's, and it went
Wow,
around the
that
room.
sounds super like
Underage parties for-
somewhere that you would be invited to. a doctor's office. Joking. I love you, Emma. What are English parents like? Are they like just super old or like traditional, or are they open? Are they open-minded? That's the word I was looking for.
I'd say so, and I think especially because my family.
Unless
isn't-
it's about Southerners.
Yeah, unless it's about Southerners. That's the one. Like my mum and dad aren't very religious. They don't really care about much,
Hell yeah.
except from the Southerners. But because I wasn't brought up in a religious household or anything, I wasn't really made to follow.
So
any.
you didn't feel guilty about doing awesome things?
No.
That's good.
So we had that freedom. And my
See,
mum was
every
always really
awesome
cool.
thing I did as a child, I felt guilty about.
Yeah, didn't have that.
Yeah, you're lucky.
And from being about 15 for my birthdays, I had a party every year. And my mum used to say, like, she'd rather us drink in the house than be on a street somewhere and whatever. So
Yeah.
I was always allowed to drink under the watchful eye.
Parental
Yeah.
supervision.
Like, underage drinking in the UK is just a given.
Yeah.
People don't really fight it. They're like...
and
just
it's not like
do
it
it
is
well.
in America, in the States, where it's like you have to be 21, so it's put on this pedestal. In the UK, it's
no,
like
we,
18.
you,
But I mean, like, buying
it's-
alcohol is
it's-
a little bit more difficult.
people still get hammered, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, from 14 in a bush
Yeah.
on a field somewhere.
Same, yeah. I guess it's the same in the States, but I would definitely see in the UK how it's it again comes down to historic, like your culture's so old. It's like
We
it's
have a
fucking
big...
drinking.
we have a
like,
big
we're not
drinking
smoking
culture.
crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go to the pub all the time in the UK.
When I first came to China, a bunch of my friends were British, and I couldn't believe that like every time we did something, it'd be like, let's get a beer.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that at all. Like if I'm drinking,
Americans
I
are
wanna
like, let's get a
smashed.
coffee. Let's get a coffee. And British people are like, do you want to go to the pub?
Right. I can do coffee, but I can't just do a beer. Like it's not a thing, I guess, to me. But in America, yeah, for sure. Like definitely people still drink a lot, but in the UK, what about Germany? Who's the bigger drinking culture?
We're the biggest binge drinkers.
Yeah, binge drinkers.
So what, they just kind of everyday drinkers?
St.
Like,
Helens has
yeah.
one of the highest rates for liver failure in all of the UK. Big up St.
Well,
Helens.
So,
Yeah.
so the statistics are going to be way off now that you're out of there.
They've actually made a great recovery
Yeah.
in recent years.
Gone up a few points.
That's
But
awesome.
the more north you get, the worse the alcoholism is. Scotland
No,
is one of the
Scotland's
worst.
really bad
Yeah.
for drinkers. What was your drink when you were 14 in a bush? Was it Frosty Jacks and cordial mixed together?
Frosty Jacks was a big one.
Frosty Jacks. That
Frosty
sounds like
Jacks.
a Tim
It's a cider.
Allen
It's a really
Strongbow.
cheap
movie.
2-litre cider.
Strongbow as well, if we were feeling
Oh,
classy.
we couldn't afford that.
But where
Strongbow is classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lambrini.
It's classy for a 14-year-old. Lambrini was a lot of my friends, my
Lambrini.
female friends' choice. But yeah, lots of that. I think there was White Lightning was one.
White Lightning.
Yeah.
These are standard underage drinks that seem that
They're all
everyone
like
in the
ciders,
yeah,
basically, as well.
and they're
really
really
strong.
really cheap, and that's what all the underage drinkers usually drink.
2-liter bottles.
Because it's sweet, right?
Well, it's 2 liters and it's cheap.
Mm.
You look at
It's just
quantity
an
and
added
price.
thing that
You
it's
get like a
sweet.
2-liter bottle for like £2.
It's ridiculous.
So you go for the deals.
Well, you go for
For the
whatever you
kids,
can.
for the
14-year-olds have
poor
to ask
people.
other people to buy them.
Poor people, aka young children with no jobs.
Yes, pocket money.
Yeah, with £10 pocket money.
Yeah.
I love that term, pocket money.
Do you get pocket money? Oh, you have
Allowance.
allowances.
Allowance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an
It
allowance.
It sounds so much more like regal.
Mummy, can I have my allowance? What am I allowed?
But that's one of the opposite things. Usually your Britishisms sound much more regal than our...
No, they don't. Shut up.
A pocket... an iced lolly.
An ice lolly.
Or a popsicle.
You say sidewalk, we say pavement.
It's a good band.
Nappy versus diaper.
Pram versus pushchair.
Pram is very posh.
Pram.
I know
Pram
it.
sounds very
would.
posh.
Yeah.
Pram.
What do we say?
Pushchair.
No, we say stroller.
Oh, stroller.
Stroller.
Stroller. Wait.
What do you call a wheelchair? A rolly chair, man.
You don't think stroller sounds like...
Stroller sounds like a night predator. Like a stalker.
Like a Batman villain.
The stroller.
The stroller.
All right. Let's trademark the stroller.
I'll get on to Marvel, don't worry.
So British people are famous for being able to form a really good queue. Is that because you guys were so out of line forever?
Hey! Oh!
Nice.
No, but what's up with that queue stuff? Is that just I'd say Americans are pretty good at getting in a line, but is it something like ridiculous? Because are you guys just like, oh, there's a thing over there I want, better,
We're
posture
patient.
up?
That's what it is. We're patient.
Yeah.
You're like competitively patient.
That's one thing not to do if you go to the UK. Don't cut in line.
Oh, yeah.
You will not be received well.
Will everyone call you out?
Nobody will.
Or
Nobody
just-
will.
Oh,
call
no,
you
they'll
out.
just all
You just
tut
get
angrily.
tuts and like stares.
Tuts? What's a tut? Oh, like a kissing your... What is that called in
It's a tut.
American? Kissing your...
Kissing your teeth. I've heard that, but that's more of
Something like
sucking your teeth.
No,
More,
yeah.
It's more
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
I've never heard of tut.
Yeah.
Really?
That's cool.
So you don't have a word for that?
Yeah.
So if somebody tuts a lot, they're named
Oh, don't do it.
King Tut.
Oh.